Very happy Sunday, everyone, and welcome to this Tesla Sundays live stream. As every single Sunday, we will talk about the future of Elon Musk, Tesla, and whatever it connects or touched. So welcome to this beautiful stream. We have tomorrow no stock market, so we can enjoy a very lengthy live stream if necessary to enjoy the moment, to have off tomorrow and being not afraid what's coming up with the stock market tomorrow. So let's have a look. First of all, I want to welcome everybody and let me know, as always, in the comments, where are you watching from? And my question of the day is, are you already Tesla investor? If yes, let me know below in the comments. I want to go into the comments in a couple of minutes. So let's directly dive into it. If we are looking into the Tesla stock and market value, it's showing us a huge gain over the last couple of months. I don't know if you follow my channel for long. If not, make sure to subscribe, and this way, right? Yeah. So subscribe and hit the bell, and also like. This helps me a lot, guys, and I really want to achieve at least 100 likes on this live stream. So make sure to absolutely smash that subscribe button, the bell, and the like button. These three things. And Elon Musk is obviously quite happy over the last couple of months, even though he tweeted that the stock price, in his opinion, is too high, and we shall see if this was really something because of his taxes, like mentioned in one of my live streams, or was it really just him saying, his own opinion. However, Tesla's market value surpassed the market value of Ford, Fiat Chrysler, and GM combined. Okay, so you can see this very interesting graphic here, where the overall market cap of this big traditional car manufacturers slowly went down from 2018 from $160 billion down to below $120 billion. Yeah, while Tesla absolutely skyrocketed. In my personal opinion, there's obviously a couple of things that you need to understand. The stock market always future in the price in the future. That's the sentence. And if you are betting on these innovators, then obviously the stock market is pricing in the future of the stock into the share price. The stock market, and therefore I believe that it's maybe on the borderline of overvalued, because now I think that the stock with $800 needs to prove that it can deliver. We thought that the battery day would be something that will push further the stock further up, but it's unfortunately split into two events. However, we shall see a webcast in June about Tesla's battery technology. I'm very, very, very curious about that, and then obviously we will know more about the overall mission and vision of Tesla in the battery scene in the next couple of months. Now let's dive further in what I personally think what can happen with the Tesla stock. Okay, so we basically we have two camps. In the one camp we have, thriving through the crisis. Innovators always thrive through crises because they have an innovative product, they have an innovative way to sell their products. Their products are, way ahead of the competition. And, you see this, that people now in the lockdown even considered to just order a Tesla online, right? When it's already so easy, why not do it? And therefore, I believe this is a huge advantage for Tesla right now and will be built over time. And, this good news coming in also that Tesla beat the Q1 expectation. Maybe we will beat the Q2 expectation. We will have breaking news, breaking development in the Battery Day event. So there's some cool things coming up. Texas factory, right? The completion of Shanghai factory with the Model Y assembly line. So many things that are now currently into the making. On the other side, I barely see things that can bring down the Tesla stock, except obviously some bad news. But even when we saw a couple of Tesla, which was maybe supposed to be bad, right? The Tesla CEOs, Elon Musk, tweets, but Tesla seems totally unimpressed, or the stock is totally unimpressed, and therefore I believe that this is not such a big influence on the stock price. However, I think the overall market could be somewhere of an downturn for the market if we see a second wave, or on the other side, if we see a vaccine news that is really breathtaking and it's really showing us that there's an end of this whole journey, then I think that it's positive news for all the companies out there, right? So we have these two things, and obviously then there's also the US government, which is just printing a lot of money. So so we have this couple of things. So this is the two camps that I believe there is for Tesla. Let me just switch the studio light obviously into Tesla corporate colors here. So now much better. Then we have basically here a couple of thumbnails that I wanted just to make sure you don't miss them. If you're new here, just to an explanation, I'm meanwhile the most fastest growing YouTube finance stock investing channel in this region. I also, foreseen that Tesla stock will rise. Look at my first videos back then. Tesla was at 250, 200, 178, and I said, buy this stock, guys, okay? However, as a disclaimer, all this information here are only for education, entertainment, and information purpose only, no financial advice. And I believe that Tesla is one of a kind, same like Apple was, same like Amazon was, same like Netflix was, these big companies, these innovators, if you are betting on them. Who's the most successful investor ever? It is Jeff Bezos. Even his performance is better than Warren Buffett's. And in how many stocks he invested? Yes, in one, in his own, Amazon. That drove so much profit and so much capital gain for him that he became the richest person in the world. And therefore, I believe this can also happen with Tesla. And we see, similarities all over this kind of innovative companies out there. And therefore, I believe that, this can really be one of a lifetime chance for some investors, right? Including me. I rode already the first wave from 250 up to 900, and I'm waiting for a new spot to get in, so don't worry, you will have me soon as Tesla investor back. I will just have a look quickly into the comments, guys. So let me have a look. We have Poland here, Barcelona, Luxembourg, Denmark, Sweden as well, And some of you are Tesla shareholders, and some of you are just waiting to get into the Tesla stock. So here, Joachim Wickström is, for example, 50% in Tesla. That's you always have to remember also the risk, but also obviously there is a huge reward for this kind of companies, right? Ottawa, Canada is also here. And I believe that, there's a couple of things that we need to talk about as well, because I think that for new investors, the Tesla stock is a stock that people, heard about it, know that it went so much up and bought into, but this we will discuss in just a bit. Before, I wanted to just give you a small hint. I did a couple of Tesla videos in the last couple of days, which were very successful. So if you want to have a look, I posted a video that has this thumbnail that's showing you the opportunity of Tesla and the full self-driving strategy that can make the Tesla stock from an $800 stock to a $536 stock. Okay, why 5,366? This would be equal to a market cap of $1 trillion, guys. Then we have another today's Tesla Sundays video, which is all about the summary of this week's news, but also the main topic is the leaked compressed air rocket thrust that will be mounted or will be inside the new Roadster. And Elon Musk just revealed that it will be some way, like I photoshopped here, in the behind the plate number or the license plate of the model Roadster. So this is how it could look like. The license plate just go down, rocket thrust will go out and burst out compressed air, and then giving you, insane speed, guys, insane speed. And then if you are also interested into other Tesla stock-like stocks, yeah, now I got it, Tesla-like stocks, then also check out this vlog where I'm talking about that. For my personal opinion, also Virgin Galactic has the opportunity to raise really, really high. Now let's talk about Tesla mania. Okay, Tesla stock mania. Now you know that Tesla just exploded in value, and therefore I believe that it could be that lots and lots of retail investors are going in Tesla right now. What does it mean for Tesla? This means that, maybe there are some investors that are not quite, holding for the long term, just are in for the small ride. And this is obviously bad if it's going in the other direction, because those are the weak hands that are actually selling. However, good for us long-time investors, because then, the bulls come and we can buy cheaper stocks, right? This means that, maybe there are I just have to adjust the sync of the audio with the video. And basically it's one of the hypotheses that I have, that some of the people are buying only because they heard about the stock, they want to get into the stock. And look at that. If you put, and I don't know if this is still accurate, but I found this and I tested it once a couple of months ago. If you go on Google and put in "should I," then there's one of the first things that come up: should I buy Tesla stock? And this is a sign that a huge number, guys, are buying Tesla. Okay, this is already a mania. Maybe similar to a bubble when so many people are going into Tesla stock, okay, without knowing that much, just want to be there. So this is the risk also for the Tesla stock. And if you're seeing that the Tesla stock and the overall market is rising, what is also rising is the number of Robinhood users, okay? Here you see that the chart, since the crisis, so many people went into the stock market, and I believe that this is a sign also that, you know, the overall market is somehow slowly overbought by retail investors and beginners, which, you know, could lead to, if it goes in the other direction, that it goes wrong, right? Because it's going into the other direction then, and also Tesla will be sold off. And generally you can always say that the growth stocks like Tesla, like Beyond Meat, like Virgin Galactic always are the stocks that are going to be sold quite easily and losing the most when it's going really in the other direction instead of up. But I want to go with you right now into the comments, and after that I want to check with you the stock and what the stock could look like next week. And therefore, let me have a look into the comments. So Chris Pum says the battery day will bring Tesla stock to $1,000. This can obviously happen, right? This is something that is definitely possible. And Marlon is asking if I sold my Tesla stock. Yes, I sold it in a couple of weeks ago already with a huge profit, obviously, and waiting on the sidelines, and for sure being soon back at the party. Then we have Sydney, Canada, New Jersey, and there is a question. Philip is asking, how big do you think the chance is for Tesla to go private sometime in the future? So I believe that this topic is gone, guys. I don't think that, you know, Tesla is going private, though Elon Musk said a couple of times that he preferred to be private, same like SpaceX, rather than being on the stock market, because there's always this big noise on the stock market. You have to make this quarter reports and. So I believe that this is something that you want to avoid. Everybody's looking at their options. Everybody's looking at the stock price. Too much focus on the stock price. Every day you see the worth of the company on the big board on New York Stock Exchange, and this is obviously somehow distracting for a company which want to build a future, right? So, but he didn't have another chance to go on the public market because he needed really a source where he can easily get money, and public companies just put out shares and get a lot of money. So this is the obvious reason, the first reason why companies go public. Now let's have a look into something here I prepared, and this will be Yahoo Finance, and we will look into the Tesla stock. Let's have a look. Okay, where is the Tesla stock? Here we go. And I will just open the chart, and then we see the last couple of here we go. Okay, so this is, you remember, here are two things that I showed you guys the last time. First of all is here a trend channel that was followed by the Tesla stock. Then you had the same over here, and it's still in the same trade channel, and this means the following currently for Tesla stock. Okay, so it seems that somewhere here at 795. Tesla, this would be actually a bearish sign if Tesla cannot hold this mark here and would go back up, go back down, because then, you know, the next somehow support would be here on those levels. You know, here, as you can see, is a support line. So he would be the next, what is it here? 710. So 710 would be the next stop. And then if it's basically, if it's quite simple, you know, I make it as simple as possible. So here's the trend channel. As you can see, since about 17th of March, we established this, went back and forth into the channel, and then now it's in a critical point to see, okay, does it leave this channel since a couple of months and weeks? Then the next stop would be somewhere 700, and if this not hold, then the next should be really somewhere here, maybe, you know, maybe somewhere here, you know. So it's really depending how this week can stand on for Tesla stock. Then this will be the question, I guess, of June, right? If the 700 mark can be established and hold as a resistance. And then we will have a huge range between 700 and 400 where, or sorry, 700 and 500-ish, where the stock can fall into place. The 200 moving average, which is always for me a technical point here, you could see it hit also the moving average and then it went back up. So I think when it's getting, let's say, crushed, then somewhere at 470 or 450 should be always a supporting line. Let's have a look what indicators we have for the 50 line. Let's make this green. Okay, so here we have 656 as support line. Okay, so here we have somewhere also surely a kind of support line. You know, when the stock obviously is down, then this is more volatile than the 200 average line. So then we have the Williams indicator, which showing us also, you know, a little bit of an overbought situation. But overall, you know, these are the marks that you should consider. You know, good would be a bouncing off of 800 back up. This would be the optimum. The other, you know, second option would be going back to 700 and then back up. And the third option, you know, is basically the bearish technical case where it's going to 500-ish or even lower, right? So this is the question of the next couple of weeks. And as I said, there's more that support raising Tesla stock, and Tesla investors are so strong, guys. But if the overall market, for example, due to a second wave or something else will hit, then obviously this will drag also the Tesla stock down, right? So I'm very curious what will happen. Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to thumb. We want to break the at least 150 likes record for this live stream, and I wish you a very happy Sunday here on Tesla Sundays. Thank you very much for tuning in. And just to complete, here a small dance of Elon Musk. He is obviously very happy, I guess, for the stock price and recent success of his company on his baby internationally. So thank you very much for watching, and I see you just in a couple of hours tomorrow with fresh new content.